On the fourth Thursday of the month, I always tell you about a book that might help you write your life stories. Sometimes it's a memoir, other times it's a book about writing. This time, it's the latter. Today, we're going to open up a classic and look at the writing wisdom of one of the best authors and instructors around. And she's funny enough to make her and her work really interesting. Hi, my name is Patricia Charpentier, and welcome to episode 111 of the Life Writers Vlog, where you can find inspiration and useful tips to help you write your life stories. In the Life Writers membership I run, we spend 3 to 4 months studying memoirs or books on the craft of writing. We go beyond the actual story to see what we can learn from the author and what he or she did in the book that could help us in our writing. We just began studying this book, Bird by Bird, Some Instructions on Writing and Life by Anne Lamott. This book is a classic. It is jam-packed with great guidance for the brand new writer and the seasoned writer as well. It was first published in 1994, yes, 1994, and it is still in print. And by in print, I mean selling lots of copies, even 30 years later. Bird by Bird has well over 1 million copies in print. Why? Because it's that good. Lamott's book is required reading in classrooms, and I believe for anyone interested in writing. I was first introduced to Bird by Bird in a writing class shortly after the book came out in 1994, and it's been on my bookshelf ever since. I didn't know at the time I was buying a first edition book that is currently in its 71st printing. I just knew it was a great book that helped me write the way I wanted to write. Now I'm sharing it with my life writers. Bird by Bird is also unique in that it's not only a book about the craft of writing, it's largely memoir as well. She tells us about herself, shows us her vulnerable spots, and tells the truth no matter what. She also addresses the hard truths about putting words on paper, writing about loved ones, getting published, those awful days when no words come, being consistent with your writing, perfectionism, and much more. Lamott is so often quoted because she has a way of distilling pearls of wisdom into short, pithy statements that stay with you. I've quoted Anne Lamott's writing wisdom in other vlogs that you might want to check out. Today I'd like to share a couple of Lamott's other golden writing nuggets. First is, good writing is about telling the truth. Good writing is about telling the truth. I agree wholeheartedly. This is one line that's quoted a lot from Bird by Bird. You own everything that happened to you. Tell your stories. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. That quote makes me laugh every time I read it, and it's really true. Another, an author makes you notice, makes you pay attention, and this is a great gift. In our distracted world, paying attention is a great gift, and books and reading help us to do that. Another one she says is, almost all good writing begins with terrible first efforts. You need to start somewhere. Thank God for that line, because I can't tell you how many terrible drafts I have. Here's another. Perfectionism is the voice of the oppressor, the enemy of the people. It will keep you cramped and insane your whole life, and it is the main obstacle between you and a shitty first draft. If you've been around me more than a minute, you've probably heard me say that you need to give yourself permission to write a shitty first draft before you'll ever get to a draft that's good. This is a good one. I don't think you have time to waste not writing because you are afraid you won't be good at it. Here. I need to remind myself of that last one every day because I live with the worry of not being good enough. Those are just a handful of wise words from an author who has applied them to her work and has 7 novels and 10 nonfiction books to her credit. If you'd like to study this amazing book with us in Life Writers, we just started. You can jump right in and join our discussions of Bird by Bird. Check out Life Writers at lifewriters.us. Lifewriters with an S.us. So tell me, what do you think of these quotes by Anne Lamott? Which ones resonate with you? How can you apply her words to your writing practice? Have you read Bird by Bird before? If so, do you have any other favorite quotes from Bird by Bird? Tell us about it in the comments section down below. But always remember, the only way to do this wrong is to not do it at all. The only way to do this wrong is to not do it at all. Until next time, everybody, happy writing.
Don't miss the next episode. Sign up to be notified of future posts and upcoming events. Use the buttons below to share this episode on social media or with a friend who might like it. If you enjoyed this week's episode, you will love our Life Writers membership. Whether you don't know where to start writing your life stories, have started and stopped many times, or have been writing but want to receive feedback to make your stories better, the Life Writers membership is where you need to be. We have a Get Started roadmap, an extensive library of instructional videos, live events via Zoom, and a supportive and active community. If you want to take the stories that live in your heart and mind and put them into words on the page, check out Life Writers at lifewriters.us.